but I'm still just saying, like, anybody, look, I'm a pretty reasonable guy at 40 years old at this point. You know, it was the same thing when people were like, Frank Hassel's going to show up at your house. And I'm like, yeah, but I have cameras everywhere and I have a Ring doorbell and I'll just be like, oh, that's you. Yeah, okay. And I just call the non-emergency line and go, hey, yeah, there's somebody on my property. I don't want them here. I'm not going to go out and confront them, but they're here to do some kind of confrontation shit. I'd rather you just deal with it. And then they come, and then when the cops arrive, then I go outside, and I'm like, yeah, can this dude just go, please, thank you? And then they write a little slip of paper and go, yeah, the guy that can prove he lives here doesn't want you here, leave. Or they start kicking fucking doors and windows in, and then I mag dump into them. Like, that's pretty much the only things that happen. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, even if Teddy came, if I saw Teddy covered in glitter with his bedazzled Maserati parked in my driveway with his fucking goofy outfits on, smacking my Ring doorbell, I would do the same process. Hey, I'm calling the non-emergency line for Polk County. Hey, there's a person on my property. They might be a danger, they might not be, but they are a person I have animosity with. I'd like them removed. Please criminally trespass them. If you don't get here in time and they make entry into my house, I'm going to kill them. That's all. You know? Kind of easy. Kind of mellow. I'm kind of mellow all the time. Even when I know I flip out on the chat and yell, but it's kind of my gimmick. Like, I hate to expose the business like Cornette here. You know, I hate to break kayfabe, brother.
Wash it down with a couple gimmicks.
But the truth is that I'm really not like the fucking flip out. I'm angry. Like, no, I would just go, oh God, oh shit, somebody's banging on a door. I'm just going to go through the fucking legal processes of this. Miller of Thy Life, are Ring doorbells worth it? I don't have a Ring. I have a Wyze, Wyze. I buy the Wyze stuff. I don't trust Ring because I don't trust anything that's marketed and partly owned by Jeff Bezos. Do I think that Wyze is any more ethical? Probably not. But I like having the off-brand of things because they're usually not as organized. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. I like the Wyze because I'll tell you what I like about the Wyze cameras and the Wyze doorbell cam. And I'm sure Ring is the same way. I can set it up so that, like, for instance, I only use it for the camera. I don't go to my door. I don't. There's no business. I have no business with anybody save 4 or 5 people in my life that would be at my door that I would actually go answer the door. When I order from Domino's, it's contactless. If I order DoorDash, it's contactless. Unless it's my landlord or my neighbor or somebody whose face I go, oh, I know that guy. You know, if Royce rang my doorbell, I'd go, oh, yeah, look at that guy. I know that guy. But if you're nobody or you're just I don't, unless I'm signing for a laptop at the door, I don't go to my door. You know, I don't think I even brought this up on the air ever, but a couple months ago, I don't know if it was Jesse or some Redditor, one of these fucking people that doesn't like me, either from Reddit or the PodAwful crowd, like some dork showed up to my house at like 1 a.m, right? And rang my Ring doorbell repeatedly. Here's what I like about my Ring doorbell. My Ring doorbell or my Wyze doorbell, it's 24/7 set to do not disturb. Like, I just turned off the doorbell part. So when you ring the doorbell, all it does is just take video of you. And honestly, even when you just walk up to it, it just takes video of you. But there's no ringing. Like, it just sends me an alert on my phone and I can look at it and I go, oh, yeah, I don't care about this. I like, so anything I'm not expecting. So it's actually, I should try to find it's so long ago. I don't even think I downloaded it from the thing. It didn't, that's how little it mattered at the time, but I should probably see if I can recover that video because it's kind of funny because this dork just showed up to my house and pushed the button like repeatedly. And it's funny. The guy had a phone in his pocket. Like when I watched the video later, I noticed he had a phone in his shirt pocket, but like, you know, where the lens was sticking out a little bit. And like, I remember like live when it happened, like it was after the show was over. I was home, I was by myself and I was playing video games, but I always have my cameras pulled up and this guy was just bing, 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 but like nothing goes off. And I didn't order anything. Like I didn't order any food. The guy had a bag and you could tell he was trying to look like maybe I'm an Uber Eats guy. And he just hit the button a few times and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, who is this guy? So then I just went back to playing video games and I watched like on Loki, like on the other screen for a little while, just watch this guy stood out there for a good 10 minutes ringing what he thought was a doorbell. And then he just gave up. And left. And then I went out there and I checked because he left whatever bag of whatever he had. I went out there like, I don't know, an hour later when I felt like it and checked the bag and it was all like empty food cartons in a bag. And I was like, okay. And I was like, this guy probably, what an asshole. This guy fucking... And it was food from a pilot, which if anyone knows where I live, there's no pilot close to me, which means this asshole came all the way from either Lake County or he came all the way from Hillsborough County. He came from a county like this guy drove a ways to try to get some film to get me to answer the door and then realized, oh, I don't answer my door. I don't. Unless you're a Fed or a cop flashing badges at me, I'm not opening my door. And even then, you better have a warrant. But it was very funny. Like, I just remember looking at this guy for like 10 minutes. I'm playing video games, and I'm like, man, this guy's still out there, huh? I'm like, this is hilarious. And then he just kind of like petered out and left. And I was like, well, that sucks, huh? You didn't get your viral video, huh, faggot? So it's like, yeah, you know, what are you going to do? They've tried everything. I've got it set up now. I have my life set up now to where I don't need to speak to anyone or answer the door, and I love it. Pat is cool said, how much for the video? Well, don't get excited. I don't know if it still exists. Let me see if I got to remember if I downloaded it or not. Maybe I will do it someday. I'll look this weekend. I'll see if it's still on my... It wasn't that long ago, so I still think it's in my cloud. But, you know. Random dude 445, you're just going to hide in your home. Yeah, that's the point of a home. And by the way, I go out all
Ryan,
the time.
send it to me.
People don't fuck with me when I go out. Because if people fuck with me when I go out, they're going to just look unhinged and crazy. They got to do it at my house. We're going to make them feel violated. And it's like, yeah, no, you won't. I just won't come to the door. Let me see. But yeah, if you look, I'll let you in my house if you're actually here on official business that I ordered you for. Like you're a pest guy or a fucking cable internet guy, or if you can at least show me a warrant of some sort, an arrest warrant, a search warrant, whatever the fuck it is, fine, okay, I'll talk to you. But if you're coming by with a bag full of empty food and your camera sticking out, like I don't have to go outside.